Sahih
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Narrated by Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Some men amongst the companion of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was shown in their dream that the night of Qadr was in last 7 night of Ramadan. Allah's apostle said, "It seems that all of your dream agree that the night of Qadr is in last 7 nights, and whoever wants to search for it should search in the last seven." Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Narrated Abu Salma. I asked Abu Sa'id, and he was friend of mine, about the night of Qadr, and he said, "We practiced itikaf in the middle third of the month of Ramadan with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the morning of the 20th Ramadan, the Prophet came and addressed us and said, I was informed of the date of the night of Qadr, but I was caused to forget it. So search for it in the odd night of last 10 nights of month of Ramadan." In the dream, I saw myself prostrating in mud and water as a sign. So whoever was in itikaf with me should return it with me for another 10 days periods. And we returned. At the time there was no sign of clouds in the sky, but suddenly a cloud came and it rained till rainwater started leaking through the roof of mosque, which was made of date palm leaf stalks. Then the prayer was established, and I saw Allah's apostle prostrating in the mud and water, and I saw the traces of mud on his forehead. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Narrated by Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Look for the night of Qadr in the last 10 nights of Ramadan, on the night when 9 or 7 or 5 nights remain out of the last 10 nights of Ramadan." Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Narrated by Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha. With the start of the last 10 days of Ramadan, the Holy Prophet used to tighten his waist belt and used to pray all the night and used to keep his family awake for the prayers. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Narrated by Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha. The Prophet ﷺ used to practice itikaf in the last 10 days of Ramadan till he died, and then his wives used to practice itikaf after him.
narrated Aisha, the wife of Prophet ﷺ. Allah apostle used to let his head in the house while he was in the mosque, and I would come and oil his hair. When in itikaf, he used not to enter the house except for a need. Narrated Aisha, the Prophet ﷺ used to embrace me during my menses. He also used to put his head out of the mosque while he was in itikaf, and I would wash it during my menses.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Narrated Ali bin Al Hassan. Safiya, the wife of Prophet ﷺ, told me that she went to Allah's Apostle to visit him in the mosque while he was in itikaf in the last 10 days of Ramadan. She had a talk with him for a while, then she got up in order to return home. The Prophet ﷺ accompanied her. When they reached the gate of mosque opposite to the door of Salma, two Ansari men were passing by and they greeted Allah's Apostle. He told them, "Do not run away," and said, "She is my wife, Safiya." Both of them said, "Subhanallah, how dare we think of an evil, O Allah's Apostle?" And they felt it. The Prophet ﷺ said to them, "Satan had reached everywhere in human body as blood reaches in it, everywhere in one's body. I was afraid lest Satan may insert an evil throughout in your minds also."
Narrated Aisha, one of the wives of Allah Apostle practiced itikaf with him while she had bleeding in between her periods and she would see red blood or yellowish traces. And sometimes we put a tray beneath her when she offered the prayer. Bismillah. Narrated Abdullah bin Umar. Umar bin al-Khattab said, "O Allah Apostle, I vowed in the pre-Islamic period to perform itikaf in al-Masjid al-Haram for one night. The Prophet said, 'Fulfill your vow.' So he performed itikaf for one night."
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Narrated by Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala anhu. The Prophet ﷺ used to perform itikaf every year in the month of Ramadan for 10 days, and when it was the year of his death, he stayed in itikaf for 20 days.